If you're like me, you're a mom and we don't really dress up for Halloween anymore, but I thought it'd be fun to do a makeup look, kind of like Halloween glam that we can wear when we go trick-or-treating with the kids, all the Halloween events. I thought it would just be fun to like do something that is wearable. All of this is drugstore. It can look festive, but we're not dressing up and we don't have like face paint on our face. So this look is going to be a little different than what I usually do. This is going to be a little more glam, a little more intense, but I think it's going to be really fun. And it's something that personally I would wear on Halloween and while I go trick-or-treating with the kids and stuff. So let's get started. I'm just going to start to put my hair back once again. I feel like my hair and definitely my sweatshirt go with the vibe as well. I'm going to start with this Misha BB cream. I love this so much. I wear this all year. I wear the shade 23. The shade 21 also goes pretty well with my skin. It actually might go better now that I'm not like self-tan, but 23 will work. It's kind of more of a gray tone, but I just think it blends in so well. Even though it looks gray when you first put it on, it looks a little scary. But once you blend it, it really does look really nice. And it also has sunscreen in it. I think it has SPF like 40. So it's really good. I wear it all year and I just love it so much. I already did my skincare and I already did my sunscreen and everything. I'm going to do my eyes next. And I think I'll do my concealer after my eyes just to see if I can get kind of a sharper line with what I'm gonna do. And I might even add a little bit more of this after the eyes as well, but I wanted to just get a light layer on first and then we'll just kind of play it by ear and see how it works with the eyes. I came up with this idea because I was trying to think like, I don't want to do like a costume look because I don't dress up, but I wanted something just glam. And I thought this would be really cool, like Halloween glam, like for moms. What I'm gonna do next is I'm actually gonna do my eyebrows first and then I'll do eyes. So I got my dark gray pomade. I kind of switch between like my light brown or my dark gray, kind of depending on like what style I'm going to be doing for that look that day. If I'm doing like a cool tone look as well, I'll do my dark gray brows. But then if I'm doing like more warm tones, I'll do my just like my brown. So it's kind of fun that I can change up the eyebrow shade as well. I can do more cool tone or warm tone brows, which is kind of a fun thing. I love the gray though. I think it's so unique to have like a gray eyebrow color. And it really just kind of looks almost black, but it's not black, right? It's not like Sharpie marker on your eyebrows. It's a gray. And I think it just looks really good. So I'm just gonna lay down that pomade first, and then I will put the brow hairs over it with my brow pen. Got my eyebrows on. I think those look decent enough. Where I really got the inspiration for this video is I tried on this Lip IV lip stain, and this is in the shade Bust That Tang, and it's really orange. I actually tried this on in my video where I talked about fall lips you'll actually wear. If you haven't seen that, go watch that video. There's really good lip products that you would actually wear in the fall in that video. But I tried this on in there, and I'm like, that is the prettiest orange shade ever. I love it. And I thought, what can I do? Can I create a video around this? And I thought, Halloween glam, totally. So I'm going to have orange lips. So it's going to be really fun. But for eyes, we're going to do eyes next. And I'm thinking, I'm a little nervous. Like I said, this is going to be a little more intense than I usually do. A little more glam. I have this About Face liquid eyeshadow. And this is it's called Art of Darkness. And it's a very black matte eyeshadow. So I wanted to put some of this just on my lid and my entire eyelid, maybe a little bit underneath, possibly. And then I'm going to use this Flower Beauty palette, which I love so much. These are gorgeous. You can see those. These are like the prettiest shades ever. This is still available on Amazon. I just checked. So it's like 10 bucks on Amazon. You can still get it. These are the prettiest shadows of my life. So I thought maybe I'll put that purple over the black, maybe that one in the inner corner, we'll see, and just kind of create like a really deep, smoky Halloween eye. That's why I want to do this first before I do like my entire face because who knows what this is going to turn out like. So let's try this. So let's do a little bit of this. This is very black. I usually use this for liner. I love to get this and get like an angled brush and like line my lids with it, and it works really well. Today we're going to go full on. So let me just do, I haven't used this really as like full eyeshadow. I don't know how much to use. That could be way too much or that could be not enough. We're just going to blend it. I use this big fluffy brush. Yeah, we're just going to blend it out. These are such good eyeshadow paints. About Face is such a good brand and I love their products. Sorry, one of my eyes, of course, my left one. If you've seen my other videos, I talk about my left eye is always struggling. Yep, we're still struggling today. I think I got something in it again. We're just going to blend this out and make it a little smoky. I think I might want it even darker than that. So let's blend this one and maybe we'll add a little bit more and build it. This brush might be a little too big for this too, but it is blending out like super nice. Like that's scary to put black on like that. that. And look how pretty that just blends out. Really, really like smoothly. I'm just always so impressed about Face. Their products are great. I love these eyeshadows. I'm gonna just add a little bit more. I have enough in there. I'm gonna just add a little more right there. And let's blend that. And I kind of want a smaller brush now. I want to see, maybe I'll use this one. This one's just a little bit flatter, smaller. Oh, look at that, my transfer. That's okay. We're just going to blend it all together. Really make this really deep and dark. I like building it like this too, because you can get it darker right on the lid and then it kind of fades to like lighter up there. So you can see how I'm just kind of blending it, but I'm not going too high because it's going to naturally kind of spread up there anyway. We're just keeping it right on the lid just to kind of create deepness right there. This one's already, oh boy, this one's already dry. Let's see if I can blend that out. See, they dry really quickly. They dry and they set for sure. It's okay if it's a little patchy too, because I'm gonna go over it with that purple shadow. So I don't care if it's like perfect, because we're gonna go over it with that anyway. I might wanna just add a little bit here. My watery eye is giving me some issues. Now I'm learning that I really gotta blend it quick. Look how deep and dark and just like smoky this looks so cool. I used to wear shadow like really deep, not this deep, but I used to do like really dark eyes a lot and I really loved it. Then I got into my late 30s and it's kind of faded, but I really love these looks. We're getting super deep. So I'm going to blend the edges with this bigger brush now, and let's just see if we can kind of smooth that out a little bit on the tops. When you're using this black shadow, you want to be really careful how far inward you go as well. I can see I went a little far in there and it's just a little dark there. That looks cool. Let's do the purple shadow on top of this, and then we'll do the bottom maybe after I do the concealer. I'm going to use this middle one here. This is so pretty. And I mean, you can just see how like foiled and pigmented these are. They are so much fun. So I'm just gonna dab the purple right there on top. Oh, look how pretty that is. That's so fun. That's so Halloween, right? Halloween glam for sure. Love that. And it's just glittery. It's metallic. These are such good eyeshadows. I'm so sad that Flower Beauty is going out, but if you can grab one of these palettes before they're totally gone, I mean, jump on it because they'll last you forever and they're just so good. I have all of them. There's a desert one, a jungle. I'm just gradually building this too, just to make sure I got that all over the lid. And this one I want to make sure is a little more even, but I think I got it. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna just blend above it again, just because I know that black, it's just a little difficult, but we're just gonna keep blending the best that we can there. What is going on with my eyebrow? It's like disappearing. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when you don't have any hairs on your actual eyebrows. They can disappear. You have to like redo it sometimes when something touches it, which is super annoying. Okay, my eyebrow's back on. So now we got that. The eyeshadow is looking really cool. I want to use this lighter one somehow. And like I said, I think I might do just a little bit. Let me just show you this. I mean, this is incredible. This eyeshadow, look at that. Isn't that so pretty? I might want to do, what should I do? Maybe a little bit right there in the middle. Oh, look at how just brightening. I cannot even believe these eyeshadows. They're so good. Let's do a little bit there, kind of create some light right there in the middle. How cool. Maybe I don't want to do the inner corner now if I just did that, because I think I like that halo look. And I have actually, probably the first you've ever seen me use this is a liquid black liner. Kind of scared. This is the AOA one. Just gonna see if I can line just a little bit above my lashes. I really don't need a big line. I just want to get a little depth right there at the very bottom. And I just kind of glide this to the side along the edge there. And you can just see it just creates a little more depth right there. I don't, like I said, need a big winged liner or anything. I don't do those. I'm sorry if that's what you wanted to see. I cannot do a winged liner to save my life. So I just kind of line my lashes and I always feel like that's just fine for me. So you can see just how that looks with a little bit of that liner on the bottom. I can make that a little thicker if we want to later, but I really like to show the eyeshadow too. So I don't really want to cover that a lot. I think the eyeshadow looks so cool. Okay, so next let's do concealer to kind of clean up some of this underneath. And then we may add some underneath as well. I'm just gonna, I have this Kiko Milano stick concealer. I'm just actually gonna go right under my eye and just blend that, and then I'm going to do kind of a line going up just to kind of create a little bit of lift right there on the outside. Just really try to clean this up. And then just with a flat brush, I'm just going to kind of stamp that down right in there. I don't really want to spread it a lot. I'm just trying to stamp it in just to make that product just totally lay down right there and stay where I put it. And that works really well with shadows like this. I'm noticing this side is a little darker than this side right on the edge there. So I'm just going to bring maybe that a little bit over just to get a little more depth right there in the corner. Now I got it a little too far, so now I gotta fix the other side. Oh heck. That's okay, we're raising it up a little bit on the edges and that's fine. I just wanted to get a little deeper there. Went a little far. This, you gotta be really careful with these. I'm sure you could just use like an eyeshadow too. You don't have to use like these matte paint ones that I'm doing. I think we're good now. I'm gonna powder under my eyes before it becomes a mess again. So I just have my Morphe pink powder here and I'm just gonna use my triangle puff. I'm just gonna powder a little bit under here just to set this. We want this to stay matte right there. With that foundation, I might just add just a little bit more, especially on my nose. Maybe just build that just a little bit now. Just a little. I just got a little bit more on there. This is called a BB cream. And so technically it really isn't like really heavy either. It's really light. So you can just sort of build it and add more like this if you want. And you can see the red nose still exists. We're going to do just some of my Physicians Formula powder with my sponge here. Just going to go over that red nose, eliminate that. This is my trick and it always works. I'm getting very low on this powder. I need more. This is actually something I do use up. I want to go back to that Morphe powder and I'm going to powder my entire face now with that. I'm going to still use my triangle puff and just get a bunch here and we're just going to pat it right in that oil T-zone area. I'm already getting oily. Powder is my best friend, let me tell you. We are set and powdered. I love the eyeshadow. That is so cool. It's just so fun. I'm just not used to this so deep, but I think it's so fun. I do want to put a little bit underneath and I'm just debating how to do that because I really don't want a ton. I don't want to like make it raccoon eyes here, but I just want a little bit of deepness right there. So I'm going to go back to my matte fluid eye paint and actually on the brush itself, I'm going to do just like a little teeny brush and I'm going to just barely dab my brush on here just to pick up a little bit of product and then maybe just blend it right there on that lash line. Yeah, you can see how that's just deepening that, but we're not getting the raccoon eyes. Just want it a little bit lined like that versus that one. And I can actually just use the same brush. I don't even have to go back in and just do it on this side too. So we got that on. You can see how it's deeper there, but it's not brought down too far. I just want to imitate the top lid. So I'm going to go into this deeper purple with the same little brush and I'm going to just go over that black just a tad, just to create a little bit of purple there, purple hue. And then I want to use this really light one and go right in the middle on the bottom lashes and just do a tad right there. That's so fun. That's so cool. You can just see just a little bit of light just right there on the bottom. And it really just connects with the top. How awesome. Okay, there's the eyes. I think those are so fun and so Halloween-y. So for the face, I thought I'm going to do quite a sharp contour because I think that's really fun to do for Halloween too. So first I have my e.l.f. liquid bronzing drops and I'm just gonna do just a couple just to kind of create this shape. And then I have some powder I'm gonna put over it and I'll just show you what that looks like. So first let's just do a little bit of these, just to kind of create a little bit of a contour going. And then we'll contour even deeper with my powder. I'm gonna use my lovely brush. Still has the ball that goes around in there. That's so annoying. You can see I raised it a little bit higher. Usually I do it just a tad lower. For this look, I want it a little bit higher. And typically I talk about doing my bronzer and blush like all the way to my nose, basically. For this look, I want to keep it a little more out here just because it's more of a specific look we're going for and I don't need it to look like I'm tan on my cheeks, right? I'm going to do this a little bit differently. So we're not really going as far in as I usually do. The powder that I got is this LA Girl Just Blushing powder, and this is in shade Just Because. I've talked about this in a couple other videos. This is such good powder. It's like this gray. You can use this daily too. This doesn't have to be like Halloween makeup. So good for like cool tone looks, and it's such a good cool tone contour shade. So I'm gonna just dab it and just go a little bit over that cream that we just put on and just really create a very strong contour. And then we're gonna sculpt it out a little bit too. I'll show you that. See how pretty and like just cool tone that is? I love this so much. I even have like 2 backups of these because they're so good. I never want to be without them. I'm just gonna keep building this too until I get to just about where we want it, where it's pretty prominent. Okay, I think that is good for how much pigment we got on the face. Now I'm gonna sculpt it out a little bit. I'm gonna use this concealer. This is my Catrice True Skin Concealer. This is just a tad darker than like a brightening concealer I would use. This is in the shade 002 Neutral Ivory. And what I'm gonna do is just sculpt underneath my contour now, just to create a really, really good shape there. So we're just gonna start to sculpt that out. This is really fun. You want to do this with me. Just sculpting right there underneath. You want to start at about your ear hole right there and then go down from there. And then we're just going to do like a flat brush like this one and just blend that out. And look how nice that looks. Just really contoured and sharper. Whenever I do this, I kind of think of like Maleficent and like how structured and contoured her cheeks are. I love it so much. So I'm trying to sort of replicate that in like a civilized way, like a more wearable mom way. But this you can obviously just keep building too, just to get however sharp and structured you want it. But just kind of start slow, keep building until you get it to where you want that look. And I just love the contrast. I just think that looks so cool. And then if you really want that to last, which we do, especially on Halloween night when you're out in the cold and you're trick-or-treating or you're going to events and stuff, we want this makeup to last. I'm just gonna do my Morphe powder again and just powder right over that and just let that bake just for a minute, just to make sure that that stays right there. With your excess powder, sometimes I like to just kind of go under the eye, just real briefly again, just make sure everything else is staying set and powdered. And then you can just gently rub that in with that same brush. Just kind of dust that away just a little bit. You guys, if I could wear my makeup like this every day, I totally would. But I'm a mental health counselor and I don't think this looks very approachable, but I love this type of makeup so much. Like I would wear this daily if I could get away with it. So for the blush, I also have something kind of fun. So this is the AF94 blush. This is an Ulta. I think they're at Walmart too, and it was like $2. But the reviews on these blushes were really good. So I'm like, I gotta try that. And I love this like berry shade. It's just so pretty. So I really wanted to try that. And so this is the shade If You Dare. And I'm just going to put this on my cheeks. But like I said, we're not going to do in here as much like I typically would do. We're going to do out here and kind of raise it quite a bit. So I'm going to start like right there and we're just going to raise it quite a bit. And let's blend that out with a brush and just gonna see what that looks like. I just have this like thicker curved angled brush. I got this from Dollar Store a long time ago and it's for cream blush. And I'm just gonna blend that out as much as I can, keeping it as high as I can. I know, like I said, it's gonna kind of graduate down a little bit. Just kind of blend that color as much as we can into the temples and the hairline right there. And that just gives such a really pretty lifted look. I love this shade for this look too. It's kind of purple, but it's a little pink. Definitely goes with the Halloween look, I think. You can see that, just that lifted look. Really love that. I might want to even build that a little more. It's just so much fun. So I'm just going to put a little more, and I'm even just going to do like a line because I want exaggerated blush, but I want it to stay out on the edges and on the sides and going up. We're not doing clown makeup. I know it's getting in my hair, that's okay. Even I like to bring just a little bit of it into my eyeshadow, just a tad, just to kind of blend the whole thing right there. I'm not too afraid to do that, just kind of blending it into the eyeshadow. What do you think about this look? I love it. So you can see naturally I just blended it just a little bit down there, but mainly we're keeping it up high. I really wanted to get lashes for this look, but I didn't get them in time and I really wanted to do this video today. So I didn't get lashes. I'm just gonna use black mascara. I don't wear lashes ever anyway. So I thought, you know, this is totally a mom Halloween look. So we want to stay in our realm of like ease. And I just think lashes are so difficult and I just don't do them. We're just gonna do black mascara. Actually, real quick before mascara, I'm going to just spray my face with my Morphe face spray. The nozzle on this is so nice. It is my favorite. I love it so much. It just feels like a fresh breeze going across your face. It's so nice. So I'm sorry I couldn't find a drugstore mascara, but I just have my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. This is just a little trial size that I just need to open up. It's a new one. This is new, so it's probably not probably pretty dry. Probably kind of old. I have so many of these like trial size mascaras. It's so interesting that even just in the tube, like without even using them at all and just opening them for the first time, they're already dried out. Like I am struggling with this one and I think it's pretty old, but I've never used it. I've never opened it, but it's interesting that it's so dried out even then. I might just throw this away after this one use. Mascara is on. Now for the funnest part of the whole video, let's do the lips. So this again is the NYX Lip IV in Bust That Tang. It's a very, very pretty orange shade. Definitely good for fall. You can wear this really year round, but very good fall, even a Halloween lip for sure. So I didn't have a liner and I did that on purpose because I really just wanted this to be shown really well. So I'm just gonna line my lips with this and then I'll fill it in. Look at how cool those look. I love this. And the purple eye, oh my gosh. I look like Halloween makeup for sure. What do you think? So here is the finished makeup look. I mean, you have no excuse. If you're a mom and you want to be a little festive, do this for Halloween with your kids. And it's still doable and it doesn't look like, I mean, it looks a little crazy, you know. It doesn't look too insane. And I just think it's so fun for Halloween. So let me know what you think. I think this was such a fun video. Give this video a like if you enjoyed watching it. That really helps my channel. Make sure you subscribe to watch for more videos. Let me know what you want to see next, any other ideas you may have. And I hope you have a great day and have a great Halloween. And I will see you in my next one.